What do you get when you add a OnePlus to a whole lot of nothing? Well, Kalpe, the founder of Nothing, would have you believe it would be a whole lot of groundbreaking innovation in smartphone technology. Last year, the London-based startup Nothing introduced its first product, the Nothing Ear 1. As the intriguing transparent design caught eyeballs the world over, it was only obvious that speculation grew that the company would introduce a smartphone next. Well, here we are, and the Nothing Phone 1 is shaping up as something of a dark horse in the smartphone industry. The design of the Nothing Phone 1 is unmistakable. It takes a curious mix of modern minimalism and completes it with the high-paced aesthetics popular with today's youth. If your aesthetic sense leans conservative, this is not the phone for you. The transparent back of the phone shows the guts underneath. But unlike some attempts at a naked phone, the Nothing Phone 1 is embellished in a choice of white or black. A series of LED strips enhances an already fascinating looking design. These LED lights aren't just a case of form over function though. The interface, dubbed the glyph, is fully configurable using the software integration. You can assign specific patterns to contacts, light up individual zones, coordinate LED patterns with ringtones, or use the strip as a ring light for photos. There is really nothing else like it on the market. A lot has been said about the iPhone-like frame of the Nothing Phone 1. After spending a week with the phone, we can confirm that similarities aside, the Nothing Phone 1 is anything but an uncharitable iPhone clone. The fit and finish of the phone exceeds far beyond most options in the category. That said, we would have liked something a bit more than a splash-resistant IP53 rating. The company hasn't skimped out on the display either. The 6.55-inch HDR-capable 120Hz OLED display has all the bells and whistles you'd want from a premium mid-range smartphone, though the 500 nits of brightness can fall just a little short under the blazing Delhi sun. Color accuracy is on point and media watching is a brilliant experience. A phone is more than a sum of its parts, but spec warriors would be quick to point out that the Snapdragon 778G Plus powering the Nothing Phone 1 is its Achilles heel. In pure benchmarks, the chipset certainly isn't as fast as some of the other options in the segment. Put through daily tasks though, the phone rarely skips a beat and keeps everyday usability slick and smooth all the way through. We tested games like Genshin Impact and Call of Duty Mobile where the phone performed well enough. That said, you will notice the phone heating up noticeably when cranking up the resolution. Suffice to say that the Nothing Phone 1 isn't exactly aimed at the smartphone pro gaming audience. A lot of that inherent smoothness of the Nothing Phone 1 is also down to the software experience. The Phone 1 is launching with the Android 12 out of the box and represents an experience that instantly harkens back to that of the Google Pixel. It is bare bones in its minimalism and the few additions are all meaningful to a degree. Beyond a few retro-futuristic widgets, there's precious little to be found here. And the only real additions are the system integrations for controlling the lights, apps for the camera and recorder, and a widget to showcase your NFT collection. Yes, it does that too. The 4500 mAh battery here also isn't the biggest in class. The phone will last about a day, but you'll definitely need to charge it overnight. Meanwhile, the Nothing Phone 1 is also outpaced in the charging department. Wired charging tops off at 33 watt while the wireless charging goes up to 15 watts. This pales in comparison to the 65 or 120 watt charging solutions available elsewhere. However, Nothing doesn't really have the benefits of trickle-down economics available to established majors like Redmi and Realme. Moving on, if you were searching for the charger in the box, you'll find nothing. That's an additional purchase. Switching over to the cameras, the Nothing Phone 1 has the right idea, less is more. There's a 50 megapixel Sony sensor as the primary camera and an additional 50 megapixel ultra-wide sensor, the same as that on the OnePlus 10 Pro. No gimmicky macro or depth sensors to be found here. Image quality is good and often great when shooting in ambient light. The phone does an excellent job of maintaining natural colors with an even gradation between brighter and darker regions. HDR performance is plenty good too. It doesn't do quite as well at night and you can see the software processing overcompensating through heavy-handed noise reduction. The ultra-wide sensor takes a step back and doesn't have quite as impressive color rendering. In fact, the image quality is noticeably worse than that from the primary camera with higher noise levels and worse HDR performance. looking to shoot close-ups, while the Nothing Phone 1 lacks a macro sensor as a macro camera when you get up close to your subject. It works remarkably well. All in all, the Nothing Phone 1 is a bold statement in a smartphone ecosystem that is locked up in a spec race. It asks you to take a step back and look at the bigger picture. It's the experience that matters, and the device you carry around all day can also be a functional piece of art. It might not be the most powerful mid-ranger, but priced starting at 32,999 rupees, the Nothing Phone 1 wins hearts through its mold-breaking design sensibilities as well as a combination of clean software and performant hardware. The Nothing Phone 1 has all the makings of an excellent mid-range daily driver. Rubina Mongia, NDTV.